Al, it's time to see a face in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see that a
Pretty,
lot.
it's pretty ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous. Yes, you are correct. Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared now watching Inuyasha's episode 125. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 5, Episode 13, or Episode 123, entitled Beyond the Darkness, Naraku Reborn. Naraku's Don't Call It a Comeback. He's here. We get a recap of last week's episode where everyone got trapped in the flesh and everything, and then Inuyasha wakes up and he's like, what are you guys doing here? I told you to wait outside. I could have handled this. And Kagome's like, I was worried about you. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Naraku shows his face in the darkness and is like, you idiots, you're in my body because Mount Hakare is my body now.
You're hanging out in my intestines.
I won't specify which ones, though. Are these the poop or pee intestines? Who knows?
Well, all waste goes through all the intestines, right?
I mean, yes, but, they have different jobs.
Do they?
Well, small is for pee, large is for poo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do I need to learn anatomy?
I think you need to learn anatomy.
Oh, Also, the shot of his face coming out of the dark is like one of the funniest things.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's like, hello. How are you? I'm here.
How's it going? So he uses this opportunity to trap them again in the fleshy his flesh walls.
What?
Flesh house.
What?
Wall of flesh.
What?
His home of flesh home.
No. I hate that. Hate that. Hate that. Hate that.
So yeah, they're just hanging out there, and then he produces Bonkotsu and is like, hey, look at this idiot. You know who's dumb? Humans. Also, little tiny demons and half demons don't want to absorb y'all into my body because you'd make me weak. Just like this dumb human. I'm going to take his jewel shards now. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
And he takes his jewel shards, and then Bonkotsu turns to dust. And then for some reason, Inuyasha tries to do a brief redemption of Bonkotsu, and it's very weird.
It's very weird.
And it's like, nah, this isn't. I get you're trying to be like, oh, he's a bad guy, but this guy's even worse. And it's like, you don't really need to do that. It's not like Naraku's a new character or anything. We know who he is.
Right. Like, it's well established that he sucks.
We know his deal.
So we don't need to reestablish that he sucks by trying to make it so like, oh, hey, this guy, he didn't suck that bad, but no, he really sucked.
It's kind of, it's dumb.
It's no good. No boy, no.
But yeah, he has all the jewel shards now from the Band of Seven that he gave them back, and then he's forming.
We thought they were eyeballs.
Yeah, there's like a weird shot of like, here's the jewel shards and all the Band of Seven. It looks like they're like eyeballs, big old eyeballs or something. It's real weird. But yeah, he's forming the jewel shards back together, and it makes him a new body.
Whoa!
He's got like skeleton armor. He's got giant eyeballs all over his body, like he's a Resident Evil villain.
He really does.
You really need to know what his weak point is. So yeah, now he's got that. He's got like this big pink orb around him. He's just floating around.
Whoa.
And Inuyasha gets very mad and breaks out of the flesh wall and intestine and goes to attack him and just bounces off him. Then he uses the wind scar, and then Naraku just pokes out with his skeleton bone thing, there we go, and causes the wind scar to start whipping around the room. And it doesn't dissipate or anything. He's like, yeah, I turned the wind scar against you. Now it will just stay whipping around this room until it destroys you. Ha 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 ha. And they are not having a good time with that. Demonic aura. They say demonic aura a lot as well.
A lot.
We see some outside shots where Kikyo's hanging out, shooting demons, and then she spots what's her face? Kagura. Holding a weird fluffy thing who's like, don't fight Kikyo, you can't do that. And she's like, okay, see you later. And we see Sesshomaru hanging out, and he's walking with Jockin, and Jockin's like, Pardon. Pardon, my lord. And for some reason,
Pardon.
the subtitles was like pagan.
Pagan, my
It's like,
lord.
that's not even close to accurate
Nope.
there.
Nope.
Shocking gets bonked on the head for trying to leave. Little bunk bunk.
Bunk bunk.
What's her face? Mirror Girl.
Kana.
Kana and Little Bro decide to leave the Flesh Mountain.
Kohaku.
And Kohaku's like, goodbye, miss. Thinking about Sango.
Mm-hmm.
And they leave the Flesh Mountain. But yeah,
Flesh Mountain.
Inuyasha and gang are having a bad time, and Naraku's like, ha, you're all gonna die here, ha 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 ha. And then he thinks of Kikyo. He's like, I'm gonna kill Kikyo. Let's go. And he starts floating away. Kagome comes up with an idea. Is like, oh, I see something. Hey, Inuyasha, let's go fling ourselves towards Naraku. I'm gonna shoot him with an arrow, and it's gonna dissipate the wind scar. And also, I think he's kind of holding on to Koga because there's like 2 jewel shards just at the bottom of his little sphere. So we should probably get him. So they go and rush at him, and Naraku's like, you guys are dumb, ha 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 ha. And she shoots an arrow at him, and it dissipates the wind scar, and he births out Koga.
He does birth out a wolf.
And Naraku the whole time is like, you guys are dumb. I can't believe you would do this for a friend. I hate you. Oh, you're stupid. I'm going to destroy my flesh mountain now to get back at you all. Haha, you dummies. You guys are very stupid. And the flesh mountain is collapsing around them as they try and fly towards getting Koga because he's fallen in his little ball of birth flesh, whatever.
Birth flesh.
And they have to escape the flesh mountain of Mount Hakare. And Naraku's like, I'm going to go get Kikyo. And that's how our episode ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We got some notes here. Quite a few. After 42 episodes, Naraku makes his first reappearance, even though he kind of showed up last week. And like a random episode a while back where he was just like, hello.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So that's kind of not true, but I guess it's like this is his first time back in full.
Right.
It's been a long time. When Naraku reunites the jewel shards, several more are pulled from elsewhere to join them. Unlike the manga, which suggested Naraku split the jewel into 7 shards, thus explaining why the band of 7 were stronger. No, it's just like, here's some jewel shards, and they're coming together.
Mm-hmm.
This would be the only time Naraku traps an energy attack in the flow of his demonic energy. Other times, he simply repels the attack back at the senders. This episode concludes the Band of 7 arc. Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo!
Let's go!
Yay!
We did
Evil
it!
has been defeated. Yay! It's official now.
It is official. Like a referee's whistle. And this is the first time in a long time that Inuyasha has used the Tetsaiga scabbard to call Tetsaiga. The last time it happened was episode 57, Fateful Night in Togenkyo Part 1. This only happened in the anime. In the manga, Inuyasha had Tetsaiga on him when he broke from Naraku's binding.
Oh.
Remember episode 57? That was like 7 years ago.
I do not remember episode 57.
Me either. But that's going to do it for us this week. Next time, we'll be discussing episode 124 entitled Farewell Kikyo, My Beloved.
Beloved.
Ow.
Me?
I think Kikyo dies next week. Oh, shucks. Dang. I mean, this is what this page says. It ends her life, even though she's not alive.
Ends her life. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I will believe.
We'll see.
I refuse not to believe. So we'll
Can we get rid of multiple evils here, the Band of 7 and Kikyo?
Back to back? That would be amazing.
It would be pretty incredible.
That would be just a game changer for this series.
Yeah, I agree.
But we'll find out how all that goes down next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next week as Kikyo might go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.